I'm doing a full review on the Diamond Art Club pen and tray. I've been using it for, I don't know, like 2.5 rows of this canvas, and I have thoughts and opinions on it. My name is Marissa and I make a variety of diamond art content. If you like this type of stuff, consider liking and subscribing. Let's jump right into the review. Let's start with the tray. It's pretty straightforward. I give it a 10 out of 10. It does what it needs to do. I love that I can put a lid on it. It slides easily. It doesn't matter what side you use it on. It just kind of slides there. It has a stopper that I really like, that it doesn't just like fall out, except for like when you put it upside down. But are you really gonna be using your tray like this? No, you're not. I also like that you could put the lid on it and pour your diamonds out like this. I am terrible at being lazy with this, and I just kind of go like that and the diamonds fall out. But I also realized I don't reach for the lid every single time to pour the diamonds back. This has come in handy when I've had to just stop diamond painting abruptly, and I can just not worry about everything falling out, the kids getting into it, or the puppy trying to knock everything over, which I have had happen on multiple occasions. This just feels way more secure. I love the quality of it. It is a thick plastic. I don't have any problems pouring the diamonds out. Sometimes when I pour the diamonds in and I go to shake it, here. Like this, sometimes the diamonds will accumulate up here and not fully slip down, but as you see, a majority of them went seamlessly into the lines and went straight. Now on the sides, you can see right here where it doesn't line up, they kind of zigzag. That's because this line and this line at the bottom right here, on the sides I guess I should say, are too wide. But I don't use those sides when diamond painting anyways. They're hard to get into, and I don't know. So that, and look, we have a little square guy right there. Wait. That's funny. I love when that happens. I know some people are like, oh no, but whatever. So it definitely slides easily like that. They come out super easily too. Like, boop. And as you can see, sometimes you get like one that won't, but it's just, you tap it. It's so much easier than the ones that it came with it before. Like, they do not get stuck like they were before. It was every single row, I felt like, with the original trays. Even the cheap Amazon trays that do that. I'll have a full video comparing all my trays coming up. I don't want to get too in depth with that. But yeah, I absolutely love it. I mean, you have your, what is this, branding on the side, do what makes you sparkle, Diamond Art Club. What else? I mean, I don't have anything else to say. I like the quality. I like how well it works. It's definitely bigger. You can fit way more in it than the old trays. So this is the best upgrade, I think, out of the whole upgrades that they've done overall. This is it for me. This is it. Now, the lid does get caught on this a little bit, but I mean, it is what it is. I can't complain. It's a free tray that is amazing quality. Let's talk about the pen. I have so many thoughts. I think it is an amazing upgrade. It's so much better than the little tube-like trays that would come originally with your canvases. That come with all diamond art canvases. This is amazing. I do have critiques though, and I wanted to kind of talk about my critiques because, well, how else are they going to know what to fix and what not to fix? I love the branding on the side. I hope that one day they come out with more colors. That would be super cute and like a nice little thing. It does come with multi-placers, a 4 and a 7. This is the 4. I have the Pure Bliss Wax Company putty in it because I wanted to compare this putty compared to the putty that goes into the pen. Let's go over functionality on how it works. So obviously you don't have to put any washi tape or anything for the plastic tips to go into it. The metal tips, I did have to use washi tape. I didn't use it very long because I wanted to use it with what comes with the kit, so I can do a review on that, not with modifications that I have done to the pen. You don't twist this, you pull it off. Also, I live in a very hot, dry climate, so the putty gets a little melty, it is slippery, and it still gets pretty stringy on me. I keep it inside of a cool lunchbox, like a lunchbox with an ice pack in it, and I rotate it with my pens as they melt because everything that I have melts right now, and it's just to be expected. I don't think that that's on the company or the quality. Like, it is what it is, and that's a me problem, not a them problem. I do like it more than the Pure Bliss Wax Company right now. I do think it'll work better in the winter. To get the wax, or I keep wanting to call it wax, the putty out, you twist it. You have to be careful with how much you do. You do barely a twist, and then you wait. And it will slowly, it's still coming out. So slowly. This is too much putty. Even that little itty bitty twist, I didn't do a full turn. I didn't do anything like that. So this is too much putty, and I'll show you what I mean. Oh, let me pull out my handy dandy new tray again. Now when you go to actually do something with it, like this, you could lightly pick up, but it bends like that. And then when you go to put it on the canvas, I don't want to do it because you get wax on your canvas. It like spreads the wax or the putty. So you have to do, and it sticks to the diamond. Like, it doesn't come off. So I don't know if that's user error, weather error, or what. So what I do is I do the twist, I take my nail, or I go like that and make it completely flush again. Take that, ball it up, toss it, and then it's easier to use like that. So just be patient with it and very careful when twisting it, and then make sure you make it flush like you would with any other barrel, and then you could use it just fine. See how it's coming off? It's not being stringy and sticking. So the less you have coming out of the tip, the better. My thing is I'll say it again, just be patient. Do your twist, wait a minute, and then make it flush. But that also means you're gonna have a lot of wax balls on the side, you know, to keep it fresh. It does last a while, and it can have like a nice pop to it, but I have wax all over my canvas because of it. I think that it's a beautiful idea. Maybe they could make the tip a little bit thinner, maybe, and it'll not be that much. Some people don't like that. I'm also really used to the Diamond Art Club's single placer. This is not the color I need. I just want to see if you could hear the popping sound. I'll take it off, but did you hear that? It like, so yeah. It has a nice popping sound. I absolutely love the sound so much. If you're a hard placer, be careful because it spews out of the side and will get all over your canvas. I am a hard placer. I do love the putty. I do want to try it in the multi-placer, but I want to be able to compare it to all of the other putties when I'm actually on the canvas that the putty came in. So yeah, that'll be at a later date. I really just wanted to see the functionality of the pen. When working with this with the ABs, I had the hardest time with extra residue being left on the ABs, or it would just pull the top coating off of it. So it wasn't good for that. So I once again have to go back to my roots and either use a damp paper towel, a regular towel, a wet sponge, or licking it to be able to use the ABs for it. I was hoping it would be different, but it's not. And I've just come to accept that no matter what putty or wax or glue dot or anything that I use, I will have to use a wet something to do the ABs. So that's not much of a disappointment. I do hear in colder climates, it seems to be fine. Other people have liked it. Maybe if you get it dirty and use it for a little bit, the tip, but since you can twist it, I don't know, it just becomes a habit of just twisting it and taking off the top and just keeping it fresh. But yeah, I guess if it's old, even old putty, I tried it with that and it wasn't conducive with working with ABs. So that was my experience with it. Like I said, I think climate has a huge thing with it. So if you're in a hot, dry climate, it can get melty, stringy, it gets all over the canvas and whatnot. I do think that if the tip was a little bit thinner, since it does come out so much, it might make it a little easier to maneuver and get less onto the canvas, but it might also just be a me problem. If I ever travel, this would be the pen that I bring with me. It's an all-in-one. It is easy to use. I love the popping sound. I don't have to worry about packing extra waxes or putties or whatnot. It's an all-in-one. You could take just what is in here and put it in your multi-placer if you want, because you do, I feel like, get a lot of product inside of it. Oh, like it's full. Like this is a see-through container and it is full to the top, so you can just twist them out, put it in the multi-placer, and you're good to go. Okay, so you put this in, and when you twist it in here, you do that, and just until it barely, you know, does it. If you keep twisting, all your goop will come out. And yeah, so this is the pen. Like I said, this fits nice. I do think if they keep working on the pens, these will be huge on the market. It would be cool if they had these ones just standardized in the kit, but then made crazy upgrades to them and were able to sell them individually too. I hope colors change overall. I don't want to bash the pen too much. The functionality of it is amazing. I love the size and the weight. It is so much better than the other ones as well. So overall, I think this could have some improvements. If they made no improvements to it, I would still like it. I would still try to use it. Like I said, if I traveled, I would take this with me versus one of my custom pens. It has its time and place, and I am super excited to see everything that evolves with it, because every time they get something down, they take their customer feedback and they implement it. So I think for a first go around, they're seriously keeping an eye out for what they could do to constantly improve. Even if they didn't improve anything, I think this would still be a massive positive upgrade. And it's intuitive, and the engineering is just amazing, and it's such a good idea. Like, I would go out of my way to buy one of these just to try something like this, and I didn't have to do that. It just came with the kit. So thank you, Diamond Art Club, for thinking outside the box and giving me the opportunity to try something like this. I hope you liked my review. It was a little everywhere. I'm sorry about that. I will get better at doing reviews. I think I need to make my notes a little bit more but overall, thank you. And if you like this type of content, consider liking, commenting, and subscribing. Bye!